Hey guys, welcome back to Project Zomboid. I'm gonna do my tip of the day out here in nature, but I decided to get away from civilization for a little bit. I'm both moving my base to a secluded location, and I'm also just spending a lot of time building. If you look at the date in the upper right too, about 3 weeks have passed since I last recorded. I've been a busy bee for that time. So I just decided to get away from everything because it turns out I'm actually not meeting my needs. And I need to find food, but I gotta find a very essential item while I'm up here. Everybody's favorite time of day, it's the tip of the day. This one goes to Wargoat, and it is use antique ovens. They work like safe indoor campfires. So here I've broken into a shack in the woods, and using my Carpentry level 3 skill, I'm gonna use the pickup action over there on the top left to pick up the antique oven. This is gonna be really, really useful, yeah, especially in winter, because currently the beta test does not implement clothing temperature systems, as far as I know, so you need this in the winter if you don't want to freeze to death. Make sure you also have a bag big enough to carry it back. So I'm pretty much just taking a straight shot through the woods. I can't even bring my car on this trip, and it might be considered foolhardy, but there's kind of an oasis out here. It's a little bit difficult to locate, but I'm pretty much just trying to run straight west from the McCoy logging area, and then once we get to this thing, we might actually be able to spend a night here, because I don't want to spend the night going through these woods. It's going to be too dark. I'd rather do it in the morning. I've noticed that nights have actually gotten darker in the game, or so it seems since one of the recent updates, and I have a lot more difficulty navigating during the night. I don't even set nights to as dark as they could be, but I still have a lot of difficulty, and quite frankly, I like it. Anyway, there should be a shack out here if I run far enough, but I gotta keep my eyes peeled because these things will blend into the trees. What I'm looking for in the shack, though, is a wood fire stove. This should be really, really useful during the winter, and especially because right now I've heard that clothing is bugging on insulation. So clothing actually won't help me in the winter at all, and I'll just freeze to death. But I do need a source of heat anyway, so it's a good item to have. Ah, there it is. I found it. I thought I was lost in the woods for a second, which got me a little bit worried, and I really could have easily missed this target, but there is a shack out here in the woods, and it should have a wood fire stove that I'm looking for. Okay, I'm pretty much just going to spend the night here. Hopefully this place has some food in it. And I'm not sure, but there might be a well here for drinking. Not that I'll really need it, because I did pack water with me. And I did bring extra vitamins so I wouldn't get tired as quickly, but that, didn't really work out. In theory, you could just live out here. Foraging is easy enough. So if you got good at it, I'm sure you could do that, and trapping and live for much of the winter. I'm probably going to end up doing a lot of that anyway. And all just to find the door locked. Okay, that is the item that I need inside. Okay, I got the item that I came to the shack for. I stayed the night, I broke the window open, and I didn't even have to worry about anything around me. I am kind of hungry, and it's going to be a while till we get back to civilization. Strangely enough, the antique oven does fit into my backpack. Along with a few other items, a wood axe. I don't know why I brought that cleaning liquid with me, but it's too late now. I could probably wash myself off in the well, or even just fill up my water bottles before I go. I should have enough room for these. At this point, I could take some time to forage out in the woods, though I could just as easily do that when I get back. I think I'm just going to run back to civilization. I'm pretty well off. I'm getting a tad weepy for some reason. Can't really figure out why. But we'll head back, and we'll install this oven in our new place. So I just wanted to fill you in on a couple things that have happened in Muldraw since so much time has passed. Mainly, I've noticed that the landscape has changed. Everything's getting really overgrown, and there's a lot of new saplings growing around. Grass and parking lots. The whole place is just starting to look a lot more unkempt, along with me. If we look at our character now, I've just been tripping over a lot of things. I've been pretty reckless. I'm also running low on clothes. I can't find much soap anywhere, so I can't really wash the clothes I have, and I don't think that you're able to repair them yet, so all my clothes just kind of degrade. My beard keeps growing, and I'm getting a little bit too lazy to shave it off, so I've just sort of gone for the like Tom Hanks Castaway look. Let's catch up with Walter Harris, though. He's killed 588 zombies. He's lasted 2 days, 10 months. His favorite weapon is still bare hands. I've been carrying around a lot of these wood axes, and I'd say that the most significant things that have changed about him are that he's significantly better at carpentry, a lot of his blade and weapon skills, and then really, this one's kind of invisible, but I chopped down like an entire forest, so my strength is almost halfway to the next level. It takes so freaking long to raise your strength in this game, but I kind of like that because, you know, when you think about how long it actually takes people to get stronger, it's just such an insane proposition. Like, how can you push more weight? Anyway, I think we'll go for a quick sleep, and then I want to show you the actual location of the base. Yeah, I managed to locate my truck, but you'll kind of see what I mean as I drive along, because the entire world is now completely overgrown, and one thing that's been a bigger worry to me than I ever thought of was, that. Gosh. It happens to me a lot, but whenever I drive over like a small new tree, which is pretty frequently because I tend to cut a lot of corners, I will spin out of control. That, and a bigger problem than I had realized is just the number of zombie corpses piled up on the roads. And there was one spot where there were just like 100 of them spawning on the way to my new base. And it kind of left basically a jump in the road. My car has fallen on its side, flipped over, and then flipped back somehow, more times than I can count. Surprisingly, I've been completely unscathed in almost all of these. In the occasions when I did get hurt, it was usually just a minor scratch or something like that, and not like a broken back or something. But yeah, this is the area where, for some reason, they were just all spawning right here, and they continue to spawn in this area. And I really even shouldn't be driving this quickly at all, but that's just a few dead bodies. The other part that makes it even crazier is that I needed rags, so I stripped down all of the bodies. So it's just like a lot of naked bodies lying in the road. Anyway, that's not screwed up at all, but I've heard some of you guys tell me that you do exactly the same thing, that you just, like, take off all of the clothes to use them for rags. What I have had is more saplings grow in my new driveway. So this is becoming more of a problem than I'd anticipated. And I'm probably not even going to try to pull in at this point. I don't care enough. But here is my base. And it's almost directly based off of something that I saw on Google Images. I'll just put it down below at the end because I got to give this person credit. I don't know who it is, but I really liked their base. So I'm basing mine off of it. I put a double wall in, and the reason I'm only framing right now is because, when you try to go to Carpentry and you build, actually, where is it? Upgrade walls. To get level 3 walls, I need Carpentry level 7, which is really, really hard to attain. I'm only at 5 right now, and it's taking pretty much forever to do this. I've been sawing a lot of logs and pretty much just dismantling furniture wherever I see it. So there are parts of the world that are completely taken apart. But surprisingly, building all of these frames in the log wall wasn't enough to put me over the edge. Now, what did I have? Yeah, I still have the antique oven in my backpack. I've had it the entire time. Okay, so I'm going to unpack that. And then let's put that down in the world. I'm thinking, I don't know if I'll have it here. It probably won't be outside, and all of this is going to have a ceiling over it. Eventually, I am going to put in a stairway of a second floor, and what I kind of see this area being is like, we'll do like a little walk along. I'm thinking that I'm going to put battlements over here just so that I can see out over the forest in case if there's any threats. I put myself far back enough from the road that I don't, like, if I want to just forget about the road, I could just be in here. That would be fine. I I put one layer between the main wall and the log wall on the outside so that there's some, I don't know, just some area I can walk in between. Eventually, I'm going to cover these walls, plaster some of them, and then paint them so that they actually look like a house that's part of the main game. I don't really like the look of overly constructed furniture, so yeah, that's the reason why I'm doing this. I may have to reconstruct the door frames. I might be wrong about this, but I think that they actually, yeah, door frame level 3, so there is a third level door frame. So I got stuck with second level door frames, and they look kind of shoddy. I think even the crates might end up looking better when you have higher carpentry level, but you know, that's all considerations for the future. I'm glad that I framed it now, and I brought over my water cooler because I just needed so much damn water to finish this whole thing off. I also left a lot of food on the ground. I have some some popcorn. It's gonna make me unhappy, but at least it'll make me fed. At this point, I'm probably just gonna start cooking with flour, and pretty much just foraging in the woods around, because I have tons of woods around here. And if I got good with trapping and foraging, I would have a really good supply of food. I was thinking of whether I should make a farm for the winter or what, but I think it's mainly just going to be foraged food that I've preserved for the winter. But we are starting to come up on winter faster than I expected. So anyway, without any further ado, I think I'm going to forage in the woods around and then chop down a few more trees and just saw some logs because I need to get my carpentry level up. Right now I'm stuck at 2,489 out of 3,000, and I need level 6 to be able to build steps. Once I can build steps up, then I'll probably build wooden walkways. Alright, so I finally got to the level 6 in carpentry, and I had to come back to McCoy to do it because it was the only place that I could find that much stuff to disassemble. Fortunately, I did leave a lot of supplies behind, though, at the beginning, so I can use all of this stuff back in my base, and there's pretty much everything that you need to start a home in the woods here. One thing I would advise is, as time goes on, and I didn't even realize this till now, don't do any off-roading at all once the overgrowth starts to pick up, just because if I drive into that patch right there, I'm gonna get stopped up for a few seconds, and if zombies get anywhere near the driver's side door, you have no protection. So I did get more scratches, which is really, really careless. So pretty much just as time goes on, drive slow, I guess. I mean, the reason why I drive like this is because I'm impatient, but I know on some servers they actually take the driving speed down to... Okay, here we go. This is exactly what I was talking about. And it's better to get out of the car. I thought that was slow there. In some cases, it's actually better to get out of the car. I'm going to have a hard time now getting that car back because the engine is on, but it was the only way to fully save my life. I don't want to leave the driver's side door exposed. So I'm going to need to cause even more of a distraction now and then figure out some way to get that car back. Alright, I'll meet back up with you in a second. Okay, ultimately I had to leave the van behind. I really don't think there was any way I was going to get it back without overly exerting myself, and like exertion, I think exertion is even more deadly than the zombies at times. Like, you so quickly get exerted, and I really can't wait to get to the next skill level in fitness and strength. Really, fitness is the one that, you know, controls your breath. Strength, I don't completely think I understand. But we have enough now to get a second level up here, and I guess in theory we could completely seal ourselves off. Unfortunately, there's no way to get a car up to a second level, at least that I've found out, unless if you really got creative with the bodies, but I spent an entire day trying once, and I don't think it's going to happen. Really just a terrible day. I'm going to have to sleep in that car tonight because there's nowhere else to sleep, and I can't make a mattress. I guess I could make a chair to sleep in. That's also possible. But anyway, let's get finished with the base. Once my car runs out of gas, then I can deal with it. But things actually aren't that far apart up here. It didn't take me that long to get back from McCoy, and you can pretty much just run back. I chose this base location because it's far away, but not so far away that it would be impossible to get to. Alright, well, I'm almost finished with the outer ramparts. I got one whole side done today, and the other side will just have to be finished later. I slept in a chair the other night. That wasn't really the smartest or best thing to do, because I could have put the chair on the second floor, or I don't know, I could have put some crates over me or something like that. But I haven't really seen any of them out here. I saw one maybe like there, like a couple days ago, but I don't know, they might be onto my scent since I was there at McCoy. I'm a little bit worried about that. I'm also a little bit worried about the mysterious missing log wall piece over here. I need to check that out still. But at this point, I don't really know what to do. I have enough food out here by just foraging for a few days. I'm honestly thinking of planting some crops, and I think the best thing that I could do at this point would just be to gather up as much stuff as I possibly can at McCoy, because my backpack, as it turns out, actually can carry a heck of a lot of stuff. So I might do that. Oh, actually, I do have nails. I didn't realize that. Okay, I'll finish off the ramparts. I'll be able to get some berries in my system, and then I might wall myself in, or just, I don't know, sit behind some crates upstairs to sleep tonight, just for safety, and so that I have some sort of warning if they do come and try to kill me. Otherwise, though, I think we'll just finish off the wall, and then that's probably going to be it for this one. Anyway, let me know if you have any other architectural tips or anything like that. I'm really, really going at this one. I've put a lot of time and effort into it, and I want it to be like kind of like the ultimate base. I've never made something like this. I think I had done one in a previous series over a gas station, but I really didn't like the look of it, and I'm going for something much better this time. Anyway, thanks for watching, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Let me know if you have any tips for the next time, and I'll try to feature them.